Monday feels like, when it rolls up on you, Monday feels like a brand new diagnosis of cancer that just varies on a different part of the body that is affecting directly when it's that time of week, Monday, and when it's that new Monday that keeps coming up on you unsolicited, unwarranted. It's like the sheriff kicking in the door on you. Monday morning of all days. Starting your week off, getting evicted out of where you are. Well, maybe because you didn't fucking pay up until a certain point, so you gotta get the boot, as they say. But still, Monday feels just like that. A drag, emotionally, physically, spiritually, in all shapes and forms. So I gotta open this package for fucking Sprint, or now T-Mobile of all things, because Sprint got bought out by them. I didn't give a shit enough to know that even went on or happened, so I didn't pay attention. All I know is that when I opened up the Sprint app, I'm seeing T-Mobile this, T-Mobile that, whatever. It's the same shitty service regardless. But now they're forcing their SIM card on me, so I gotta open this up to fucking be like, okay, now I'm officially in the T-Mobile family, even though T-Mobile didn't want me when I was looking out for them, or I was looking to join in on their cult years ago, because, oh, my credit wasn't good, or whatever else they told me no for. So all I had to fall back on was Sprint, which was pretty good to me for however long I've been with Sprint now. Was it 6, 7 years? Maybe 7, 8 years, whatever. But they took me in immediately with like open arms, and of course, as long as my fucking the flaps of my wallet was open too, that's most important to them. They took advantage of that as best as they could, because this whole thing with the leasing the phones. Call me a sucker, call me a simp in that sense. Not for a woman ever, but definitely for phones or for technology like that, absolutely. I simped on my phone. I didn't lease my, did I? No, I think I did lease the first phone I got with them, which was like the Galaxy, I want to say 5? I forget which one it was, but it was like a nice big white phone. And it worked well, camera was good. Because up until then I was literally using like flip phones or whatever I got for like free. No, actually I was on Boost Mobile for the longest time. Yeah, Boost Mobile. I got whatever I could high end with them, which was nothing back then. Like I'm talking about like 2015, 14, whatever. There was nothing good on Boost Mobile back then. The most you paid for was the most you got, and it was like the shittiest like 5-year-old phone that Sprint had like back in 2009, if anything, too. Like really backwards technology. But then I joined Sprint. I upgraded to like whatever Samsung Galaxy, whatever fuck they had then too. And I was a Samsung boy for the longest time. Galaxy, whatever. I didn't like the iPhone, because I still remember the first time I had my hands on an iPhone was the very first one that one of my aunts had gotten. Well, not aunt, but like unofficial aunt. My mom had gotten close with some lady as a friend. Thank God. I thought maybe my mom was a lesbian for a little bit too, but they were too close, but only friends, thank God. But, well, not thank God like a bad thing, but like thank God like my mom is so complex, even more than me, of an individual. And on top of that, like lesbian at like 60 years old almost. Well, okay, finally, it was overdue, but whatever. Pushing that aside, shout out to the LGBTQ, not making fun of them, just, not saying it's wrong either, too. Just, I thought maybe she was going to finally go that route, but then she faked us all out. But, long story less long, so the lady, that was my aunt, we were cool. So, she had her iPhone, the very first one, when it came out. The phone was bad, like as far as reception, service, whatever. I think she might have had T-Mobile, but there was no point in using the phone as a phone. Everything else, web browser, music player, a really high-tech iPod, basically, was what it was at first. So I was like kind of like turned off by them at first. So when I had my Galaxies, it wasn't until I had the Galaxy, I want to say Note 5, that might have been the right one I'm thinking of. Correct me if I'm wrong otherwise. But that's the phone that was like blowing up in people's faces and then went viral, kind of sort of went back when it blew up on fucking CeeLo Green of all people. So that's when they had to do the massive recall. Sprint had pretty much sent me emails, writings, called me too, because I was just ignoring it at some point. Like, no, I don't want to. No, please, I love this phone so much. Because I still do love, but that's the one thing I wish, I would hope and pray for that Apple would do for us, at least the iPhone users, that we get some sort of pencil variable for the phone itself. While not having to get the tablet, which I have already. But just a pencil, a pen of some sorts for the iPhone. I like it just because I like to draw, doodle, and or make my notes like that and then maybe transcribe them afterwards. I miss my Galaxy Note 5. Still, I'd call my best phone ever up until that point. And even now, still, just because of the pen, the huge fucking screen it had, and the fact that it was like a little booklet too, and it wasn't like too thick or heavy or annoying to carry around. It was just right for me. But, minus the blowing up in your face factor, exploding battery too. I had to trade that in forcefully. Then, oh no, actually, yeah, I was forced in. I wanted to do the iPhone at that point too, I remember. But they didn't have it in stock. So I was forced to do like the Galaxy S5, S6, whatever it was at that point. That phone was trash. The battery was fucking pussy. Couldn't last at all too. It was terrible, that phone. But point is, after that phone's lease was done, I even worked overtime as best I could to pay that phone off immediately, just so I can upgrade immediately, and I did. Then finally I was able to do the 9 or the 10, either one of those, when they started doing like the little tiny, like non-exposed lens on the front face, whatever thing, I don't know what it's called, but then I got into the iPhone family unofficially, unofficially, and I haven't gone back since, unless something else comes back. I was secretly, oddly enough, as weird as it sounds, I was always hoping for maybe, the BlackBerry would somehow make a way back. Even though it did, 3 years ago, I think, with, they finally did a touchscreen of some sorts, I think, with the physical keyboard underneath, but it was like maybe 5 years too late, 7 years too late, whatever, to do that, or to jump onto the touchscreen trend. But yeah, I remember having my BlackBerry, I think around the time of Boost Mobile, something like that too. Loved that phone just because I was the king of text when it came to the physical keyboard. I would just like thumb away and just press the buttons and the clicking and interaction. No one was beating me at text as far as no typos, super fast, and all the other achievements unlocked with just typing fast, which really does nothing in real life because it's on the phone. It's not like even a keyboard like in the office where it matters, working from home or literally in the office. But I just felt proud. I felt like a really accomplished white girl. I was like texting people super fast or whatever too with my thumbs. But they never made a comeback. They're RIP since. No hopes of coming back whatsoever. So I don't want to say I'm stuck with iPhone like it's a bad thing. It's not really. It's a pretty good fucking phone. I can't complain at all. But I don't know. Mondays feel like, or remind me of the days I used to sit up and pray and wonder, hope that BlackBerry would make a comeback into my life or people's lives in general. Kind of like how kids would wish at some point, like when they're really young, if like the dads would come back into their lives or the dads would come back from the stores from picking up, milk and cigarettes and whatever. That was me with BlackBerry. But I know that's officially dead now. So that's completely, removed out my mind for as long as I live. Never to be again. I'm with iPhone. I'm loyal now. Or no roaming the streets trying to see what else I can get for cheaper or for whatever else is available out there. It's just iPhone, and that's it, pretty much settled. Unless I'm really looking forward to no, there's nothing else I'm looking forward to besides that, really. There's just nothing available. Unless Apple decides to bless us with a pen or pencil for the phone only. Strictly for. Because the ones they got on Amazon are pretty wonky, and there's no way to attach them to the phone. So, Amazon does its best, but really Amazon's a really high-end. Most of it, not all of it. Most of it is a lot of high-end Chinese imitation, grade A Chinese imitation product knockoff, whatever, too. So you got to be careful when shopping that. I'm sure you're aware. But Monday, listen, you can't spell mundane without Monday. That's the whole point of today's podcast. Every Monday, of course, too, here on Monday Mornings, brought to you by me, Who This, at Who This Is One, all the social media platforms. Twitch.tv/Who This Is One, live Saturdays, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, for Who This Been Watching, my movie review podcast I do live, uncensored, uncut, uncircumcised, Saturdays. Then you get a touched up, cleaned up, edited version on youtube.com/Who This Is One as well, too, as well as all the video version, visual formats of the podcast available on that channel. And please also don't forget this, as well as Fuck It, as well as Who This Been Watching, All those available in the audio format if you can't bear to look at my face and not so clean-shaven head. Available on all podcasting platforms of your choice and or choosing. It's a free country. You still get to choose whatever you want to do, however you want to do it as far as podcast is concerned, most of your life's concerned, and as far as me openly admitting that I will be a total fat fuck next Saturday, the weekend coming. After Monday, leading into Monday. I'm going to treat myself to it. I've been forgetting for the longest time. As much as a fat ass, as much as a sweet tooth owner that I am, I will be gladly binging on and probably going into a diabetic coma, courtesy of the Urban Dessert Lab down in NYC somewhere, I think Lower Manhattan. I think they got a spot over there. It's the world's first oat milk ice cream shop. Ice cream made out of oat milk. I don't know how good it'll taste, but as far as marketing and promoting is concerned, at Urban Dessert Lab on Instagram. Otherwise, take a look for yourself if you don't believe me. They look pretty fucking good as far as the oat milk ice cream they're offering. So I will be binging on that, and I will be hoping to forget all my woes of this past weekend, this past week, life period, by indulging in some ice cream. And hopefully it won't be too fucking cold, because it's like sunny and bright outside and blue, but it's brisk, it's windy, and I gotta go throw a jacket on. I'm actually cold inside. Whatever. Like I don't pay the heating bill enough as is with inflation rising, even affecting that gas. For God's sake, Biden, what's going on there?
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.